Oh, bring back my brother. Oh, that's why me say freedom.
So, Amazonians, good evening. Good evening, wherever you are, wherever you're watching. This is your humble comrade, Dr. Emmanuel Anyangwe Ngasa. This is a special edition of our programs. You know, we started with Amber History, and then we're going to come out with something called Amber Vision. I tell you, something is cooking. But the events of last weekend, meaning of in Geneva, they were historic and so important that I think it would be a nice thing to dedicate a program to discuss about that. Today evening, I've got in the studio my able colleague. I hope you're watching. Right away from the United States. She's from Germany, but she's there in the United States to wake up the Amber boys in America to tell them that in Germany, this is how we do it. We're very active, we're very creative and innovative. This is Eleanor Hagen, the lady, one of the two ladies behind the electronic food bank, the means by which some of you have been channeling food aid to our brothers and sisters who are unfortunately refugees in Nigeria. So we have on board Comrade Eleanor, senior comrade. So, senior comrade, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ngasa. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Of course. If I don't invite you, whom should I invite? You were one of the protagonists at Geneva. And we're going to get two other very, very important protagonists too. You are, as said, they're criminals, partners in crime, as they will call them, who made Geneva what it became. One is, of course, the country head, Mr. Francis Awudu. I hope he's going to join us in the course of the program. He's still driving back home, but he's going to join us. He promised to do so, and let's hope that he makes it. And of course, our able ambassador for mainland Europe, Dr. Bongwa, who himself is a resident in Italy, but he was very, very powerful and very active in Geneva. And the major issue in Geneva was the launching of the No Genocide in Amazonia project. And Eleanor, you are really part and parcel of that project. Before, let me just let you to talk about it before the ambassador will come and then put in his own version or whatever part into it. So, Eleanor, please, we're now talking about the No Genocide in Amazonia. It's not the electronic food bank. We're still going to come to that later. But now the genocide issue took us Geneva. Why Geneva? I can't hear her. Oh my God. I hope I'm not the only one not hearing you. What happened? I'm not hearing you. Studio, can you please help us? Hello? Eleanor, I can't hear you. What's happening? Is it my network? I am sorry, there's something wrong, but we talked. She could talk. So, Eleanor, just hold on for a moment. I don't understand why you talked a few minutes ago and I could hear you. Hello? Oh my God. So, what do we do now?
Oh, bring back my brother. Oh, that's why me say freedom. Free the Amazonian. Those are some principles no man can defraud. The land with a river flowing with honey. Colonizers take our every money. Get to use the price and it was not funny. We're losing our people every day because of freedom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians, you know very well the road to Boya is not as easy as we loved that it would be. But you know that as we are preparing our trip to Boya, each one of trip to Boya, but it's our trips to Boya, or our trip to Boya. Can you?
Yes. There are some breaks in between.
Can
I hear you, but
okay, then please just speak. Go on speaking.
I hear you, but okay. So we go back to
only because it is the internet. I have satellite.
Okay. So we go back to our.
It's a satellite. Go on talking.
Okay. We are back in Geneva. So why Geneva?
Yes, why Geneva? That was the question.
You know, those are the people who are supposed to stop the genocide going on in our country. We've been there several times, and they tend to, I would say, ignore us. So I think what we have to do is we have to keep bugging them all the time. We go do a 1 year sit-in strike, then we'll have to do that. Geneva is the place that is supposed to help us. So, yeah.
So help us. You know, when we use the word help, I heard you guys in Geneva saying, we want you to help us. How can you expect somebody to help you who is not ready? How can you cannot force somebody to help you? At least from my own interpretation of the word help, from the Christian point of interpretation. You want them to get into action, I believe.
That is true. That is true. I was just being nice. That is very true. I was just being nice. But at the same time, that is why I say we have to do a 1 year sit-in strike. Then we have to go for that. That means actually not giving them. if we have to be looking behind, that doesn't so
whose voice is that? Francis, you're welcome. Please tell your guests that you're live. Please tell them to keep the talking and beside.
Yes.
We will celebrate afterwards.
Yes, sorry.
You're welcome. Let me take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Francis Awudu to our show. He just get crashed. That's the right word to say. But he's a guest of whom we invited to come and tell us about Geneva because he's the boss. He's the one who's been giving Paul Biya headaches. Paul Biya doesn't go back to Geneva. He told us that Biya cannot come back to the Geneva. That's what he claims. Mr. Francis, without any protocol, please, can you justify that statement you made in Geneva?
Yes. It's true. We're a nightmare to Biya now. The family is here. I will just explain you what happened the last time he was here. He came back from China. He had to be here for 3 weeks. But learning that we were coming for him again, he ran the same night. Yeah, he ran the same night. I think the information got leaked. He knew that we were coming for him, and then he decided to leave that night.
Yes, the information got leaked. It's very interesting.
That we were coming for him the next day, yeah.
So how many people knew? How many people knew that you were going to go there, that the information got leaked?
His inner circle, I think his inner circle, yeah. Our insider.
How can his inner circle know what you people plan?
Yeah, they plan.
You guys plan to go and to go.
Yeah.
Or they suspected. They suspected.
Not that they suspected. I think this time he didn't have enough bodyguards to withstand us.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more to that because normally our insider is within his ranks. Our insider is within his ranks, who informed us about everything. And then finally, I think it's still the insider that leaked the issue because they were afraid that they were not going to be able to withstand us because it was going to be a joint venture. Yeah.
Okay.
This time it was not only going to be me alone. We were to be about 5 of us. So they got scared of that.
But excuse me, Paul Biya is like a landlord in that hotel. At least with the amount of money that he pays.
Not anymore. Not
so
anymore.
In that hotel, they allow you alone to come in and go and harass Paul Biya.
We don't ask for their opinion. Yeah, we are
saying that we don't know what happens. We want to try to understand how it works because we see you guys doing being so effective. But if you look at your numbers, you are very few. Yet the things that you do, your achievements, they are like the libraries. So is there something that you can, a tactic that you use that you can advise other Amber warriors how to go about these type of issues?
I think it is clear. Biya, we have to make his life in Europe hell. We have to make hell for his life in Europe should be hell. So meaning it begins from where he stays, where his kids are, which is Geneva. And just to tell you, Biya is living in that hotel. He pays 1,200 Swiss francs, equivalent to dollars. I would say $1,210 a day. And he has a 5-year contract.
What?
Yeah, he has a 5-year contract at the Intercontinental Hotel. Yes, this is the 10th year. He just renewed the contract for an additional 5 years, meaning it would be 15 years now. So he is here or he is not here. He pays $1,210 a day.
Wonderful. So they reserved those apartments for him.
He has rented for 5 years. Yeah.
Some people are very lucky. Who is that hotel owner?
Intercontinental. It's a group. So we're even thinking that he should probably be a shareholder of that hotel, because I don't think it's somebody who is normal would be paying $1,200 a day in a hotel that he's not even there. Yes. So that's the contract. He has it for 5 years again. Let's
keep the Biya aside and look at the issues that will take us to Boya. And this initiative that you guys did, that you organized in Geneva, can you please just tell us how did you come choose that particular moment? Why not a week earlier or a week later?
We have to follow his agenda. He can well think that everything that he's doing is secretive. We have the insider. It's within his ranks. We have his minute by minute information when he's arriving to Switzerland and when he's leaving. So to come about how we decided to start attacking him, it's like, what he's doing to us in Southern Cameroon is not.
Sorry, excuse me. My question was not yet on attacking Bia now. I'm talking about our action in Geneva on that Place de la Nation last week. I'm talking about that.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you like, it was organized, it was something different. It was new in the struggle to have a sit-down strike with the tent in front of the UN for 1 week. It was new, and how we came about with this. It was we got advice by I wouldn't disclose who are our advisors. That was the best way for us to get our message clear. When I say get our message clear, I think we almost getting to Buea. For people who don't still think that we're achieving something, we would soon be in Buea. Within the ranks of the UN, we've gone so deep. Yeah, it's a question of time. Now we have to inform the demonstrations that we've been doing, going and shouting on streets and doing things. Yeah, I think we've passed that level. We're now selling our story differently because we almost getting to Buea. We're on our way to Buea. We almost in Buea. So if you still remember what I said, what is left for us is just the paperwork now.
Yes, I did a bit still uploading, unfortunately.
Yeah, what is left for us is only the paperwork. When I say the paperwork in what sense? The UN now it's just formality. We've gone so deep into it that whether they want it or not, it has to happen. So it's a question of time, and the question of time is the kind of demonstration we did. That's how we are going to be doing things. Because we get into a phase that we will be celebrating now the achievements. So the demonstrations we do, we're selling our country now. It's like the product. When you have a product that's ready for the market, I think you kind of. I would say we in the testing phase. I think for people who know IT products are being delivered. We are we in the phase of soon we go to market. I would say we in the department that we would call this phase of struggle as go to market. We're preparing the struggle now for the final stage, which is go to market so that the customer can finally get it, consume it, which would be our independence in Buea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get what you mean. So my trip to Buea is that writing that we are now, the paperwork we are supposed to do, because within the floors of the UN, the mechanism is already unfolding, because they know that at the end of the day, that new country called Amazonia is going to come up. Now it's left on us to keep on pushing the pressure so they don't slip. A clerk doesn't slip on the document to delay it, so it keeps moving fast. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I think we know we've done the big things. We've done it already. The big work has been done already. Now it's okay, guys, do not delay. Respect your calendar and do not delay to deliver our independence. They should. We are at that phase now, because to say UN is new, our case is new to them. No, They are very well. They have it's like a hot potato for them. It's like a hot potato.
Okay.
You know, when you have a hot potato, either you swallow it or you spit it out. Yes. And normally the hot potato, when you have a hot potato, it is always better to swallow it. It's always better to swallow it because it is, first of all, you're hungry and it's tasteful. So you're hungry, you wouldn't spit at the potato because it's hot. What you would always do, you would always want to drink cold water to get it down to your stomach. So we are at that level now. And just to make certain Cameroonians be aware of what's going to happen, we have the Human Rights Council, the General Assembly that will be coming up in May, June. And we are advising, I think it's like we appealing to every Southern Cameroonians, either at home or in the diaspora, to attend. And they need us in numbers in Geneva. This general session includes every country. And they would be talking about us. We are part of what they would be talking about in this session. All the human rights abuses by La République and all of it will be one of the key people that they would talk about. It's us. So we are appealing for all Southern Cameroonians. We would work on accreditations. Accreditation is no problem for people to attend. Yeah. So if that number that we were present at the demonstration, just imagine that number, we are inside the UN building. And then you can understand the impact. We would be inside. Not hearsay, we would be inside. So what we are appealing to all Southern Cameroonians at home and in the diaspora to endeavor to attend the General Assembly this year. It is special. There would be a lot of things that would be discussed and probably that would come to public concerning us. I'm not saying that they would announce our independence or whatever, but what they would be discussing would be hopes for us. And we would be able to know when we would be in Buea for those of us who would be able to attend the session.
You mean the session in New York?
No, it's in Geneva. It is not in New York. The general session on human rights. Yeah, I think it's the 38th session.
Okay,
yes, human rights.
Yes,
right. Yeah, it is in Geneva. And that is where our faith also, we would be able to know the timetable when we would really specifically be in Buea following the UN calendar. The way they do their things. Yeah.
But if we, following our leadership, our interim government president, acting president, Dr. Sako, give him the money that he needs and he will make sure that we get to Buea as soon as possible. So the UN might be there doing its good work, but we also have our own timetable to impose.
Yes. Just coming back to that, I think my trip to Buea is part of it. It is not UN to do it alone. Yeah, we cannot. UN is only doing the paperwork, and the rest of it is us doing it. You know, my trip to Buea is a big factor that would determine us getting to Buea. We cannot say it is the UN alone that would decide for us to be in Buea. No, we have to fasten our trip to Buea. It's like my trip to Buea is to add more engine oil and to take a speaker. Is to say, okay, you that secretary, instead of you waiting to post our letters through normal post, no, we want it by DHL. I think my trip to Buea is to speed it up. It's like comparing normal postal services with DHL. DHL, we all know it's faster. So my trip to Buea is the DHL, is the express.
Okay.
And it goes
that's what we need. That's what we need very badly.
Yes, and it goes
very badly.
So that people understand it goes in line with the UN calendar. So people should not think that my trip to Buea, I've seen on social media or hear people say, no, it's a scam, it's this, it's that. But certain communities should know that my trip to Buea, there's nothing that has happened to this struggle that can be more than my trip to Buea. There's nothing. There is nothing. So people should wait and see, but not only waiting and see. People should contribute. It wouldn't happen alone. People have to contribute to make it a success. People have to contribute. And our greatest priority today should be my trip to Buea. If really we want to go to Buea, we should focus on it. We should invest. We should every little money that we have, that every little thing we can sacrifice. Let's sacrifice the beer we drink every day. Let's sacrifice the nightclubs we go every day, and then pay this my trip to Buea. We're not paying for our whole life. We have months to contribute that money. Let's contribute it. And then I think we would be in Buea, and the jubilation would begin. While contributing, I think we can still be jubilating, because we cannot see that we cannot see things clear. My trip to Buea, I think it's just endorsing the calendar that would be implemented. That's already ongoing, and it's fastening it. Yeah, it's express way of getting to Buea.
Okay, good. Now let's come back to Comrade Eno and the No Genocide in the Amazonia project. Francis is there. The ambassador is trying to connect to us, but it appears we have some technical restrictions that I'm seeing. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to manage that, but we shall get information as the program progresses. Now, let me come to you, Comrade Eleanor. We were talking about this No Genocide project. You sang a song which was so touching. Did you just choose this song to sing it, or is it a part of the program? Can you please elaborate on that?
The genocide song, was it?
Yes.
Part of the program? At this point, I want to say thank you to Francis. That song wouldn't have existed. I didn't know about that song until Francis posted it. So the idea just generated with time, or it just evolved with time. And where? So by the time we got to, let me say, by the time I got to Geneva, the idea was not yet as ripe as it was when we finally presented it. And as the days go by, we actually improve on it. Yes. So, wow. So, yeah, in fact, I would also like to thank Dr. Bongwa, because he did a great job in pushing forward that campaign. And it is actually continuing here in the US. We had it yesterday. We are going to have it today. And we're going to have, my prayer is that everybody in this struggle gets to know that song, should try to promote it for our cause.
Can you please say a few words about the origin of the song? Because it's fine. I know it's not your song, and it's a song that has something to do directly with us, even though we are not Rwandans. But we have to always pay allegiance to people to create creative things, isn't it? That song was written by a Rwandan. Is it so? If I'm not mistaken, Francis?
Yes, I think. Yeah, let me come back to the song. The song, my wife is from Rwanda.
Okay. Now I've seen the connection.
Yes, my wife. Yes, my wife is from Rwanda, and this song is, we are still Rwanda. They're still commemorating the genocide until it's ending. Yes. It's ending in May. So this was the official song. If you had seen some pictures circulating on social media, we were at the opening session, because UN is celebrating it officially, the genocide.
The UN is celebrating it?
Yes. The Rwandan genocide.
Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Is that not hypocrisy?
Yeah, it's hypocrisy. It's even on their calendar officially. Yeah, officially. Yeah. So the picture you saw the other day, it was during the commemoration day. We were at the UN, and this song, Never Again, we had a lot of testimonies. Unfortunately, our presence there was also, first of all, to condole with Rwanda. They are our friends, and they are part of us. We almost having the same history. What's happening in Southern Cameroon, same that happened to them, and they are so much with us. And this song was sung. It was the official song, and the person who sang the song is a victim. Yeah, all of his family was butchered, just like what's happening to us in Southern Cameroon. And this song was Moyat. It's a very emotional song. You know, when I'm talking about it now, it's like I should cry. Yeah, it's like I should cry. It's,
So the way the Eleanor interpreted the crying. We were crying.
Yes.
She did it so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a real story. The guy is mainly talking about his family. He got up in the morning. He was young. He was, I think, 6. Could not see his family anymore. The only survivor from his family. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Eleanor, let's talk about the electronic food bank. You were in Nigeria recently. You've posted videos of your trip to Nigeria with your colleague,
Yeah.
Colette. Sorry. Yeah. And you girls are really wonderful. Let me use this platform to express it to you. I admire you girls. You are really amber power. And despite the fact that some of us were afraid to go to Nigeria following the abduction of our leaders, you said, I don't care. You guys, Bishop. That's how we say in Pidgin. You took the risk and went down to Nigeria to see for yourselves what is actually happening down there. Can you please just explain to us in a few words what you experienced in Nigeria?
I'll start by saying that what we experienced in Nigeria cannot be expressed in a few words. Where do I start? What did we experience in Nigeria? If I say that we were practically weeping every day, each time we went to a camp, you might get a bit of the picture of what I'm trying to say. We visited 7 camps in the Cross River State. Some of them were newly discovered camps. As I speak, we cannot say for sure how many camps are actually existing because camps are being discovered every day. People are still coming in and these camps are built every day. So we can never even tell how many camps we actually have. We succeeded in visiting 7 of those camps. Some of them we visited for the very first time we were visiting. If you consider that we were the first people who visited some of these camps, it means you can imagine that the UNHCR does not even know that they exist. Or maybe they know, but they've not had the capacity to get to these people. In fact, even the other camps that they already have visited, they've not been able to register everybody. The statistics that we got as of the 18th of March, we had just 20 plus, less than 21,000 refugees, registered refugees, but we have 65,000 refugees in Nigeria. So if we have just like 20,000 registered, imagine that those are the ones that get some food. It's not even enough food, but those are the few. I'll call them a few because 20,000 out of like 70,000 is a very big difference. So we have more than 30,000 of our brothers and sisters out there who do not even receive anything from the UNHCR. That is how bad the situation is. We had different situations. We saw the situation of pregnant women, the conditions in which they live. In fact, the general conditions of everybody, it was just pathetic. Then, not to talk of those of pregnant women or children, it wasn't easy. What we did was, some of the things we did was like we prepared parts for kids. Each time we visited a camp, we prepared party packages for kids. At this point, I want to say thank you to all our donors. The puzzles in the UK, the Austin, I don't have all the names in my head, but I want to say thank you to all of you. You guys did a great job. You guys made it possible for us to give food to our people. Yeah, what did we experience? The list can go on forever. We have this camp, Obodo Ranch, which is the only camp that we saw that has something in the name of. The shocking part of this health center is that even the basics, it doesn't have. They didn't have, I remember this lady saying that they have I think it was a thermometer, but which was not even their own. It was somebody's own that just borrowed it. It was a private thermometer that was borrowed, and that is what they were using. I think either a thermometer or a pressure, blood pressure machine, something, one of those equipment. What I'm trying that those people have nothing to work with. All the challenges that they have to deal with, they have nothing, practically nothing to work with. When I got there, there is this Mami Aki who has 10 children. The oldest should be maybe 15. She had to take 2 kids. She adopted 2 orphans. Her parents were killed in front of her. So she took them along with. When we got there, this mama, she came to us when we took some of these children, I mean like 6 of these children were under the age of 5. Don't ask me how she did that. So when we took some of these children, these kids in our arms, after a while, Paulette realized that the one she was carrying was having some funny, she was having a temperature and she was breathing in a funny way. So we decided to take this child to the clinic. And that is where we saw what they call a clinic. I think, let me say, my pharmacy is extremely rich because the few tablets of paracetamol that we bought, when we gave them, it was just a handful. When we gave them, they were so happy. We're talking of paracetamol. And that is what is supposed to be a health center. Those simple things they do not even have. So, yeah. What can I say about Nigeria? There is a lot to say.
Yeah, I think to say you guys are great.
Have a lot of
you guys are great.
We actually,
there's a lot to do. You are right. There's a lot to do. Let's look at our man from the Geneva, Mr. Francis. You people in Switzerland are strategically located. You are located very strategically, and you are using that your strategic position very, very well for the good of our people, our country. And you've given us some insight into the how can I say it, the vision of our struggle. And you're saying that there's going to be not only light, but sunshine. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Is it?
Yes, correct. Correct.
So when we're talking... Go on, please.
Sorry. No, go ahead. Just finish.
No, what I'm saying is, our people back at home in Ground Zero, they hear conflicting information from the different parts of the world. Amazonians are everywhere. But there's one consistency, and it is that all those who are working for the struggle, they always have the common reference. They say, we're going to Buea, and they have proof. They show something. If you ask them, what have you done, or what makes you think that the road to Buea is a certainty, they will show you. And you, as the country coordinator of Switzerland, you are a very good example. You are a very good example. We saw a video about 2 weeks ago in which you were addressing the United Nations. I think this was it the Human Rights Committee or something like that. Can you please just tell us a little bit about that? So we saw you talking to a group of people. Some of our brothers interpreted it in their own way, claiming victory or claiming disaster. Some even called you names that I don't wish that if somebody would say it on TV. But you are here live. This is an opportunity for you to tell our people back home that we are focused, because that's what I know. I know you personally after having met you in Switzerland during our first meetings with the UN, and then later on in the course of our struggle. Eleanor is sitting beside you. She knows you too. And I want you to talk to Amazonians that your word is holy. When you say, people, we know what we're talking about. We're not just playing diplomacy for the sake of going about taking pictures with people. But we're doing behind the scene diplomacy that will bear fruits. Just talk to your people.
Yeah, first of all, I think pointing fingers at people, I don't think would be a good thing at this point in the struggle. Yeah, I think everyone is trying to contribute to the struggle, but we are at the point that our people at home in Ground Zero, they are expecting a lot from us. So I think people should not take this revolution like it's a child's play, that you can just formulate something and say and fool the Southern Cameroonians. No, we don't have to do that. Diplomacy, I would say it again, diplomacy is neither on this SCBC or neither on social media. We do it behind the door. And we would never betray that. The people we work with, going out in public and saying they took pictures with this or that, that's counterproductive. That is not good for the struggle. That is not good for the struggle at all. At all. La République still has relations with almost all the nations that are present at the UN. They have relations with them. And we can never, we would say it at the eve of us getting to Buea. We would open the Bible, and people would be able. It would be like the Bible. Let me call it the Bible. I think in all the Southern Cameroonians Amazonian culture, we call it koki. We open the koki only when it's ready, so that people can eat it. And we are going to open it soon. So people can go around. They can take pictures. They can say whatever thing they want. It is all left to them. Everybody's conscience would judge him, he or she, if he's doing the right thing for the struggle or not. But some people would be ashamed when we get to Buea, and it would be soon. So I wouldn't go into castigating people. No, that is not part of what I think the struggle is not meant for us to be castigating or say things that people are. No, the struggle is not about that. The struggle is about us getting to Buea. So if A is doing something good, I would appreciate A, and I would support A to do it at best, so that we get to Buea quick. So a lot of things, a lot is happening in Geneva. I would still say I appeal to people, Southern Cameroonians, who still they want clarity. who want clarity. Geneva is open. The 38th session of Human Rights Council is in Geneva. People should come and see with their own eyes. That hearsay, no, we should stop. We should refrain from that. Like taking pictures. No, people should come to Geneva. It is open. I would personally help to acquire accreditation for people who want to attend. AIPC is the lobby group. Let me say it again. People can write to this email address if they want to get accreditation to come to Geneva, and they are able to do it online, because the UN website, you can do it. It is open to everyone who wishes to come and know what's happening in Geneva, to have a better picture of where we're going. It is open. So people who cannot do it online on the UN website, they can write to AIPC. That's info@aipc.agency. They can write to, and then we would gladly help them, give them information on how to get accreditation to come and attend. Though they would not be able to talk, but AIPC, we would be able to talk during this session, to ask questions, and these people would be witness of what we're doing in Geneva. It is open to all Southern Cameroonians. You are all invited. You are all invited.
So, Eleanor, have you heard? You are invited to come to Geneva again. And he has invited me too. And we were going to take more of our brothers and sisters to go to Geneva. Geneva is a beautiful place. There is a very interesting chair in Geneva that stands on 3 legs, and the 4th leg is like as if Mangre Kacham. That chair, Francis, you never told us that there was that funny chair there. But that chair suddenly became the center. We were there dancing under this chair, crying Amazonia, not knowing that that chair was the pinnacle of our thing. Can you please tell us a little bit about this chair, or that chair?
Yeah, that chair has a lot of significance. I think the last person who climbed on it was Neymar, the footballer. And it was a big event. It was in all newspapers. Yeah, that chair, that's the abolishment of landmines. It stands for, you see, the landmines, you know, when anybody who has an accident with landmines, it's always either a broken leg, or it's usually a broken leg, or all the legs.
Yes.
Yeah, so yes. The significance of that chair is to put an end to landmines, which it's a treaty. Countries, UN is still, countries are still signing it. And a lot committed. They committed. A lot of countries. They committed themselves. They committed themselves to abolishing landmines, which unfortunately the French, they are still planting it. Though they signed the treaty, but they're still going on and planting it in our territory today. So that chair, I would tell the people are living. Well, people would leave from the South America, would leave from North America, would leave from South Africa just to come and see that chair. It has a lot of significance, and I think the bigger thing that symbolizes the UN today in Geneva are not those flags. That chair has a lot. It says a lot, and the UN, yes, they are committed to respecting it, respecting the significance of that chair, the abolishment of landmines. They are really committed to doing it. I think, finding ourselves, I still want to take this opportunity to thank the state of Geneva, for giving us access to build our tent beside that chair. They don't give access to people like that. It doesn't happen. No. People would either stay behind, far away, or yes, but they've never given access for people to come and then build a tent directly on the foot of that chair, like we've done, that they did for us. And it is really, for me personally, it's an accomplishment. And then secondly, it shows the neutrality of Switzerland. Yeah, meaning that Switzerland would, I think the day we would sit at the table, Switzerland would also sit to talk on our behalf, to negotiate for us. That's the neutrality. They don't take sides. Yes, Bia is coming to Geneva. Switzerland is a federal state. Bia is coming to Geneva. Bia spends money in Geneva, not in the rest of Switzerland. We should also know that Switzerland is big, and it's the same federal system that we are preaching and that we would have in Southern Cameroon and Amazonia. it would be the same system, meaning that what Geneva does, it is not what the federal government is doing. No, Geneva is an independent state in Switzerland. So that Geneva...
Yes, the Swiss Federation is different. That's true.
Yes, so that Geneva that we think that they were only supporting Biya, they are now also giving us the chance to say it, because the authorization, before it is not the UN that authorizes us to do demonstrations in front of the building, it is the state of Geneva. And the state of Geneva, they are very much aware of what is going on, the genocide that's going on, and that's why they gave us that privilege to say, okay, go and show the world what is happening. Newspapers are not talking about it. They are shying away from the truth, but we would not shy away. That's Geneva. They said it. They said, we would not shy away. We are behind you, the Southern Cameroonians, and we would stand by you till you get to Buea.
It's very interesting what you're saying, this information. You know, the guy who became our own hero, he got in touch with us. We are in touch with him. He's called and I've been communicating with him the last few days. I wanted to have him on this show tonight, but unfortunately he's somewhere in an airplane flying from another destination in the world. But he told us that our cost, that's why he decided it. He says that he does things consciously. He comes to a place, the situation, and then decides emotionally to do something. And that's what happened that day. He came to the Place de Nation, with flags, and all the images. And he's been doing it here before. That's why he told he gave us a website which we can also expose. I will give you a website to go and see what he's doing. And so he decided to do that deed for us. Can you please, let's tell Ellen, explain to me, there's a video Ellen which my camera took. I saw you running with us from the one end, you were filming the guy closer to his own side. And then when he went to the other side to expose the flag, I saw you from my camera and get to the other side to position yourself well to snap that moment. Eleanor, what made you run so long and so fast? Yeah, I have my video. I have my material.
I didn't get the last part of what you said. Was that a question?
No, I said my question was what emotion
was that a question?
Force pushed you to run? Why were you so interested to capture that moment?
Exactly. That was a historical moment, right? Anybody, even a cripple, would run. You had to capture that moment. There was, I mean, it just had to be. It's not even a question to ask Dr. Ngasa. Anybody would run to capture that moment. And I'm happy.
I saw the video. I was preparing a video to put tonight. Unfortunately, the technology has failed, but I'll do part 2 of my Geneva, the first part, but part 2 will come and maybe part 3. So I'll put all those things available for our people to see on SCBC, of course, and on social media. But one can see how you were one of those who really ran. I didn't mean move to one end. You ran. You really ran. You took you. Yeah. So Francis, you were watching from what part of that system? Where were you?
Unfortunately, we had a very important meeting. Yeah, with the delegation that we could not miss.
Okay, I remember.
Yeah, we had a very it's like God. You know how God does things. Yeah, there were two things, two important things
at the same time,
happening at the same time.
Happening at the same time.
Yes. At the same time.
At the same time. And we were like, okay, how do we do it? We have this very important meeting we were meeting very important. Yes. It was very important for the struggle. I would say, okay.
Yes.
I think if I still remember, and I asked Mr. Elvis, the chairman, the Restoration Council, I said, Elvis, and then Elvis was looking at me. I said, Dr. Abongwa, Dr. Ella, how do we do it now? And then Powerful Otto said, you know, we are Amazonians. We can do it. We would be watching live while in the meeting, but in secret. And then, we were in that very important meeting, and then it was going live. And then Otto was the one taking the minute, and he was like, "Okay, how do I do it?" And you know, it was a very sensitive meeting, and that we were not allowed to use our mobile phones. And then I saw Otto saying, please, I'm sorry. And then we were like, oh my God, hope he's not going to, these guys are not going to, they won't think that we're typing the meeting or we're doing something. We're not supposed. And then he was like, it was more than him. It was really more than him. And, you know, God knows how he does things. Because we were not, I was like, okay, why is this guy doing it now? Can't we stop him now? After our meeting, we do it. And then when I wanted to say that, and then I saw the guy already, he ran to the bush with the flag already, with our flag already. And we were looking for him to say, no, guys, wait, we have an important meeting. Let's finish that meeting.
Yes.
And then it was too late. We went, me and Dr. Ella was searching the guy in the toilet. We searched for the guy in the toilet for 5 minutes. We could not find him. And then Dr. Ella said, that, what is happening? Why is this happening at the same moment? And then that's how it was really God made it to happen like that. Yeah.
Interestingly, I was to be at that meeting myself.
Yes,
I was to be at that meeting.
You were to be at that meeting.
Yes. I was to be at that meeting, and I saw the moment. I said, no, this thing must go live on Facebook. I had the other camera. I would have put the camera there and filmed it. But I understood the significance and the importance for Amazonians to watch it live. Let everybody see for his or her own self. Before somebody will come tomorrow and interpret that we did a Photoshop, I had to call that thing again here. We Photoshopped that stool, that chair in Geneva, and claim that guy had climbed on it. So history, as I tell you, Amazonians, this is how God works. This is how God works. These are the signs that we are already going to Boya. There's nothing that is going to take us back. There's nothing. I don't know how many minutes we have got, but from the feeling I have the impression that our time is almost up. I don't know. Let me ask my studio.
Let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing before you finish, please. No,
go on, please. Go on. I'm still finding out. Just go on. Go on, talk, please.
Yeah, just one thing that people should know. That's the significance of what this guy did for us. It is in the lip of everybody at the UN. They are talking it every day now. And this May and June, the General Assembly, that is why they need us. Yeah, they want really to see us because it is like, whoa, how come these people? And I would just say something that you would laugh. We were in one meeting, one of the meetings at the UN, and then it was a side event. And then I think one of our comrades, Barry Sandikum, he asked a question. He was sitting near to me. He asked a question, and then the speaker answered him like, oh, Ambazonians, we don't know what miracle you've done to be at this level. The Tamil people in Sri Lanka, they have lost more than 1 million people, and they are not at the level that you are at the UN. Your case is like, what magic did you use? And then, you know what I answered them? And Barry Sandikum as well said, we said, okay, it is because our case is, UN didn't finish it, what they were, it's their unfinished business. So the Tamil people, it's a different struggle. Though it's the same, we're fighting for the same freedom, but our case was different. We were a nation, and our case is still fresh. We are peaceful people, that's first of all. And we have been able to use our pain. We have been able, we decided not to take arms as a first solution. We decided to use our pain, and that is, we are at this level because of our pain. The ink that we have in our pains it's God ordained. When we answered that, and then everybody started laughing in the hall. And also, I would take this opportunity because the Tamil people, we are working in line with them. We would be helping them on the 17th of June, 17th of May, we would be in Brussels at the European Parliament. So we're encouraging also Southern Cameroonians who can join, who are able to make it to the European Union. The Tamil people, they are our partners. We will be accompanying them at the European Union on the 17th. It's a big event in Belgium. So every Southern Cameroonian who can make it, please come and let's support these people. They are doing a lot for us, for our struggle. Yeah, the inner part of it, that's the diplomatic part of it. The Tamil people, their whole delegations, they are helping us a lot. So we should also take this chance to help them, to make them know that we can also appreciate when people do things for us. So to appreciate that, people in Belgium, certain communities in Belgium, who can make it from the 17th to the European Parliament, they should. People who need accreditations, please, they can get to us. They can either get to me directly or they can get to Dr. Ategan Bernadette. Yeah, who would, because to get accreditation to go into the European Union, we will also need copies of their IDs and their passport size photograph to be able to request the accreditation for them to be able to come. And then also, we would also take this opportunity to sell our case. We would also take this opportunity at the European Union to sell our case alongside the Tamil people. So we're encouraging also Southern Cameroonians who can make it to the European Parliament on the 17th of May to come there, and then let's support these people. Come with our flags. It is no problem. We come with our country flags. We would stand alongside with them. There is a hearing on their case at the European Union. Let's come and support them massively, please.
This is very interesting. I would very much encourage all Southern Cameroonians who are in the position to make that journey to Brussels, because it's also a learning process. You see what the other fighter is going through. You see how the world is reacting to his tactics, to his methods, and then you learn from it. And then you can now know how to go about it with yours. Eleanor, we're about to call it off for today. You are on the other side of the Atlantic. Is there anything that you have learned from the American embassy that you would want us here in Europe, in Germany, to implement immediately? Or is there something that you want those armies there to learn from us that you're going to impose on them immediately?
Definitely.
You don't need to say anything, I know.
Definitely.
It's diplomatic. It's diplomacy.
Started imposing on them. The argument. Yes.
The what?
That one is going on. That one. Okay. Is but when I finish from here, I should be bringing back something home. So, yeah, it's going to be a two-side. In fact, it's going to be an exchange. Yeah. Very good.
Well, we've just got about 2-3 minutes to go. The studio says we are over time. We were already beyond. I felt it that something was wrong, but they said they have given me a little bit of that. So let us talk about the next time. Next week, we're going to get involved with the Amber history, but Amber Vision is the next point. Amber Vision is a program that I'm going to launch starting hopefully next week. And just to give you a hint, yesterday I was in Berlin and I attended the International Aviation Fair, where the diplomats meet to discuss about military planes and military flying equipment, defense and all the like. But our minister, our Under Secretary for Foreign Affairs was there. It's not a secret. Then we were also there with our aeronautic engineer, our Amber brother, Comrade Tanto, who took us around and gave us really insights, professional insights into an aeroplane, into the aeronautic business, and how Ambazonia is placed, is well placed, is blessed to become the next airline hub in Africa. We are at the center, the center of Africa. No matter from where you come from, whether from the north, from the east, from the south, Ambazonia will be the middle point. So I hope that next weekend, when we come with our Amba Vision, that we will be able to show you or take you along to see what is happening in that business. I stood in front of the biggest cargo plane on earth. They call it the Antonov 225. It's a Ukrainian plane, a co-production between the Ukraine and Russia. It's the biggest cargo plane on earth. It has 6 turbine engines. The biggest passenger plane, the A380 of the Airbus, has 4. I was there. My time is up, as my alarm is telling me. So next week, I hope to meet you guys again. And I want to thank Eleanor, despite the fact that you are still struggling from the jet lag issue in the States, you still find the time to come and be with us here. Francis, I want to thank you very much for having rushed back home to join us, despite the fact that you had a very, very important appointment this evening. We appreciate that very much. And to Ambassador Dr. Abongwa, who in Italy, who couldn't join us, not because of his fault, but because of the fact that we had underestimated our capacity with our program here. I want to tell him that, Dottore, la prossima volta ci vediamo. We shall see the next time. That's what I said in Italian. And he will be our host. Sorry, is it not the opposite? Our guest. So I hope that you people will be able to. If I forget, the guy, Mr. Haniel said he was taken from the police station and held there for 3 hours. And then later on, they told him that he's going to get a punishment. They're going to send him a bill. So his bill has not come yet. But you Ambazonians, you have to start thinking about what we shall do about that guy. Because I feel that it would be unfair, that's how I feel, for him to foot the bill alone if he were to be punished that way. But from Comrade Francis's remarks about the Geneva government, I am optimistic that they might, behind the scenes, say, but he did a very good job now. Now leave him go. In this way, bye-bye, and America, take care. Switzerland, take care. And to all Amazonians, please, just stay true to yourself. Know that Boya is real. We are going to Boya. No matter what Atanganji is trying to do, he is a fool. He's a loser. Losers have never succeeded on earth. And there's no government that has overlived its time. Biya will die. And the Francophone governments, they will fail. But Ambazonia will live. It's rising and rising and rising to fall no more. Okay, thank you very much, studio. We want to thank the SCBC technicians who have been very nice to us, who were so understanding and gave us all the technical support. Please know that we are with you. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's me, Dr. Nkasa, from Manunga Studio, Germany.
can't stop.